And my audience again. This is a separate film, so. And this one's shorter, so. That one was just a few seconds over 6 minutes.
Good morning. My name is Sheila Knox, and today I am speaking to you about the profession of paraprofessionals in the field of special education. These individuals play a very important role in this area of education, and many people do not know they even exist, and especially understand how they function. These two scripture verses are how I feel about teaching, and they're just some of the ones that I have rolling over in my head as I go about my job every day. My intention is to educate you on the role paraprofessionals in special education play in our education system. We are sometimes referred to as teachers' aides, but we are much more than secretaries and gophers for the teachers that we work with. Although we are not licensed, certified teachers, we oftentimes spend more time, especially quality time, with students than the classroom teachers do. I currently work as a special education paraprofessional in the SPED department at Holbrook High School. The teachers with whom I work on a daily basis have years of experience ranging anywhere from 5 to 20 years. With these things in mind, I want to explain why this position is important in our schools and educate you on the value we add to our students' education. According to the United States Department of Education, 14% of our enrolled students are special needs children. The Arizona Department of Education reports 12% of their enrolled student body as special needs children. That's quite a few kids. And these are fairly current numbers because they apply to the 2010-2011 school term. Our special education programs address many different types of disabilities. So I'm going to read this list so I don't leave any out. Specific learning disabilities, speech and language impairments, mental retardation, emotional disturbance, multiple disabilities, hearing impairments, orthopedic impairments, other health impairments, visual impairments, autism, deaf and blindness, traumatic brain injury, and developmental delay. And in some cases, Kathy, you are an English language learner teacher. That falls under the confines or the umbrella of special education as well, doesn't it? You don't think so? Just a little bit. Schools receive federal funding for the number of students falling within the categories I just mentioned for the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act of 1975, or what is referred to as IDEA. There's also another law on the books called No Child Left Behind of 2001, which has affected our educational system. That act has now guaranteed children with these disabilities and their families that they are entitled to the best possible education that can be provided to them and for them within the public school system. These children with these type disabilities no longer have to attend a specific school or a school specifically designed for their disabilities. Public schools, I hate to say, are being forced to, but public schools are realigning their curriculum to include these kids. Special education children have now been integrated into regular classrooms because of this 2001 change to the No Child Left Behind Act. Paraprofessionals work one-on-one with these students to provide personalized professional education within the classroom. Sometimes we are even assigned to one or two kids and we'll be with them all day long in all their classes. Sometimes we are able to provide quality over quantity in these relationships as educators. And that's probably more times than not because we do spend so much time with these kids. However, this is not to say that these relationships are more important than the classroom teachers, because we work hand in hand with the classroom teachers to adapt the curriculum to fit the child's needs and their abilities. Their education is still meant to challenge them and provide learning experiences. As role models and professionals, these relationships can develop into opportunities to witness. All we have to do is live our testimony every day. So if you feel you have been called to be a teacher and you don't want to take the time or can't afford to go back to school for your bachelor or master's, maybe being a paraprofessional or a teacher's aide is something that you should consider. I'm certain you will find it as rewarding as I do. Now, I invite you to participate in these fine refreshments that are being provided for us, and I will be available for any questions. Thank you again. Thank you again.